Hi guys, it's Tracina coming at you with the week 7 update. Yay, week 7. So I have a couple things to talk about today. The first of which is that I did not make a video last week. So I didn't make a video last week for a couple reasons, but the biggest reason I didn't make a video last week was because I just wasn't focused, and I didn't want to come and make the video kind of as a formality of just, here, let me turn on the camera and say something and then put it, so I can relieve my conscience, that I did it, and check it off. I really want to give my heart to this project, and I don't want to shortchange anybody who's watching. So I just took a break and I got myself together, mentally and emotionally and spiritually, and I had to regroup and focus on this. This is very difficult for me, and so I just had to regroup and kind of get back on track. And so I did. I'm not like all excited or anything, but I'm ready to do it. So today I want to kind of maybe talk about that a little bit, and kind of how did I get there, what am I doing differently, and kind of what's going on right now this week. So the first thing is, how did I even get there? How did I get to a point where out of 6 weeks, I spent the past 2 weeks just blowing the whole thing off. I just blew it off. I was like, I'm not doing it. I was eating Burger King, Chipotle, burritos, not the salad. I just blew it off. I was like, I didn't, my heart just was like, it just wasn't in it, and in my mind, I kept rationalizing, because I have a goal, an end of the year goal. I have a goal for when I go home for vacation, for Christmas vacation, and then I have a goal, end of the year goal. Christmas vacation goal is 30 pounds, or 35 pounds, I'm sorry. And then end of the year goal is 40 pounds. And so I have those goals, and so what happens with me, is that when I don't want to do something, especially with health and weight loss, is that I start rationalizing. So I'll cheat, or avoid it, or whatever you want to call it, and then I will say, well, I'll just do really good next week, and then so instead of 5 pounds a week, I'll have to lose 6, and it'll still work out the same, But the trouble is that I end up doing that every week until it doesn't happen. So I just end up doing that for like months and years at a stretch, and I end up, not only the same but bigger, So that becomes a problem. So that's kind of how I got there. Is I fell back into that pattern for 2 weeks, and so sorry, somebody's walking by outside. I got distracted. But so that's how I fell into that pattern. And so now over the weekend, and last week too, when I was regrouping, I was like, so how do I establish a system for permanent change? Because I think a lot of times, especially in this country, where everybody's always on a diet, even, big people, small people, people in the middle, everybody's always on a diet. So it's like, how do you establish a permanent system for change that doesn't overtake your life, and that you don't have to go places and say, oh no, I can't, I'm on a diet, and so how do you establish something where you can live your life and feel normal every day, and not feel like your hormones and your blood sugar is going crazy because you're on a diet one day and the next day you're not, And so how do you establish a system for change that's stable and consistent and doesn't make you feel like a nut job? So something that I've come to kind of, I don't know if I realized it, but I think kind of I'm resolved with, and that I'm settled on, is that the change has to come from the inside out. So what do I mean when I say that? Is that it's not so much the food that's the problem. It's my attitude and my abuse and my heart towards, and my emotional kind of connection with the food. You can eat anything. It's just how you eat it and how much you eat it, And so, so although I'm restricting myself, I think it's important to understand that the food itself is not the problem, it's me. And so I think that trying to change from the inside out and going, man, I have a problem just with the way that I relax, for example. So even in the system that I've put up for myself, you know, on this project that I'm doing right now with you guys, which is no Monday through Friday, no flour, no sugar. And then on the weekends, you know, you can kind of have some cheat time, right? I've totally taken that to the max. And when it's time for me, I have this build up during Monday through Friday of, okay, it's not, is it the weekend yet? Is it the weekend yet? You know? And then when the weekend comes, I go insane and just eat, just totally negate everything that happened Monday through Friday. So so it's not even what I'm eating, it's how I'm eating and how much and the attitude with which I'm eating it, and the heart with which I'm eating it, and the emotion with which I'm eating it. So that's the problem. So if that's the problem, then I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of work to do, and I guess it just starts with giving myself a lot more restrictions, because right now I don't have the answer for exactly how to change an attitude and an emotional pattern that I've had literally my entire life, or my entire life that I remember, you know. So right now I just need to say, okay, I just need some restrictions, and I'm going to give you guys an update on kind of what I come up with. Again, I just regrouped last week, and I'm kind of doing a start over and a restart this week, so I don't want to talk about something that I haven't tried out yet. But yeah, so I'm just going to try out some different things this week and see where that puts me. And then I'll give you guys an update, probably not next week, but the week after. So the second thing I want to talk about is being myself. So in thinking about doing these videos, I just thought about it like a couple months before I even started doing it. It's not something that I ever considered. I don't even like seeing myself in pictures, much less on video, much less on the internet. But in doing this, I've been a YouTube fan or a YouTube watcher for like over 4 years now. So I love the beauty channels and the hair stuff, and I love all that stuff. And but I think in starting the channel, I thought that I had to be what those girls were doing. I had to do what they were doing. I had to wear makeup, you know, every video like they were doing, and I had to make sure the background was right, and I was wearing the right thing, and I was saying the right thing, and I looked the right way. And I think it just made the videos burdensome for me. And I didn't want them to be that. I wanted them to be a way to express myself and a way to communicate with people, and I didn't want it to be a burden, like, oh, I gotta get up, I'm not going anywhere, but I gotta put on makeup, and I didn't want it to be that way. And so so I'm not saying I'm never gonna wear makeup again. I probably am, just because, as you guys can see, my skin is really jacked up. But I wanted to kind of reintroduce myself as Tristina, myself, and not as some person with, like I wear makeup every day, because I don't. I mean, I do wear makeup pretty consistently, at least 3 times a week probably I wear makeup, but I don't wear it every day, so I wanted you guys to see me, and to see, my blemishes and my eczema and my hyperpigmentation, and to see that, and, so you can, when the transformation happens, you can see the true transformation, not just what I wanted you to see. So, yeah, so I just wrote down a thought that, I still want to wear makeup, but I'm not going to make this video what I think it should be. I want to make it just what it is. So I don't want to say, have this kind of review or this kind of whatever. I don't want to make it what's already out there. I just want to make it what I'm going through. I don't want to redo a bunch of stuff that's already out there. It's not, and it's not what people want to watch. It's not what I would want to watch, like I want to just make it what it is. Whatever's going on is what the video I want to make. So, so as promised, I started working out today. I mentioned in another video that on November 4th I was going to start working out, and today I did. I woke up this morning, and when I tell you it was the last thing I wanted to do, it was like the last thing that I wanted to do. I did not want to work out today. Not even a little bit. Not even like, oh, it might be. No. I didn't want to work out. I've never liked it. It sometimes makes my feet hurt. And I just never liked it. I don't understand why people think it's relaxing. I don't understand why people do it to relieve stress. I don't understand that. I mean, it makes you tired afterwards. Maybe that's what's so relieving about it. But I've never found it like fun. Like, oh, let's go get a good workout in to, because our boyfriends dumped us, and so let's go work out. Like, I'm like, let's eat some ice cream. That. I mean, that never really happened. But I'm just saying, like, that's never what That's never what I really thought of doing. So anyways, but I did it today, and it wasn't horrible. It was kind of funny. It was kind of funny, because I have a fitness center in my apartment complex, so I just go downstairs, and there were some other people working out down there, and it was kind of intimidating at first because they were both. One of the girls, she has some long blonde hair, and like she was literally like playing with her hair. she's like walking. She was taking a stroll on the treadmill. She wasn't even working out. She was just like, I don't know if she just came to hang out or something. She was not working out. But she had her long blonde hair. She was texting, like just taking a stroll. And I had my head scarf on, and it was crazy. It was funny though. So it wasn't bad. It wasn't horrible, but it's still not something I look forward to at this point. Maybe one day I will. So yeah, I did that, and I'll be doing that 3 times a week. 3 times a week, 20 minutes a day. Cardio only. So I'm just kind of starting at the minimum. I know that's probably not a whole lot of working out, but it's what I can do for right now. And the last thing I want to talk about is that I'm gonna start juicing. Yay! I bought a juicer last year, and I really liked it, but I just kind of fell off the juicing. So I'm gonna start juicing today, and yeah, I'm gonna actually post a picture of it. And you'll see what kind of juice I make, and maybe I'll do a video at some point of kind of what I put in my juice and the whole process, and I'll just do a whole video on that if you guys want. So yeah, I think that would be pretty cool, pretty fun. But yeah, I'm gonna start putting juicing into my diet just to make sure I'm getting all the nutrients, and I really do like to do things for my skin, because my skin's just always been kind of temperamental and does what it wants to, and I don't really understand what's going on with it. So I just like to use a lot of natural stuff and make sure I get my nutrients in. So I think juicing will help with that, and as well as with my weight. And so yeah, so I'm really excited about that. I'm going to be doing it twice a day for breakfast and lunch. I have an internship and I go to school, so I don't know if I have time to do it every day, but I'm going to try to do it most days, definitely, and I'll keep you guys updated on that. So anyways, thanks guys for listening, and I'm definitely going to keep you guys updated on all these things I talked about today, and really do my best to stay consistent. So try to stay healthy this week.